Hello, my name's Miles, and this is the Secret Games on Steam, the gaming series where I unearth the lost games on the Steam store, covering things that were forgotten, things that people have never played, never seen before, and along the way, me and my audience get to discover some pretty crazy stuff, some good and some very not so good. So what is today's game? I don't know yet. Let's check it out! So I've decided to check out Rogue Shooter today. It is a first-person roguelike FPS. So lots of randomization, lots of difficulty, as you would expect from a roguelike, from a good roguelike. So let us jump straight in here. Yeah, so there's a few different options, so you don't actually have to play completely hardcore to start off with. I wonder if you still die from one, if you've only got like one life. It seems so, but there's only 50 floors. I'm guessing 100 on normal mode. So let's jump into hardcore. And I played this a bit before. It's actually a game that I really enjoy, just sort of sitting around and playing every once in a while. Definitely the kind of game you can come back to. Let's see, you can choose your starting background. So these don't give any specific traits, but they do give you a specific starting inventory. So say the medic, for example, only has the revolver pistol to start with, but got a lot of med packs, so that's handy in a roguelike. And a dissection tool, which, if I can remember properly, gives you the ability to gain XP or health or something from dead bodies. So you actually kind of get in there and dissect, and you discover wonderful things that you can do with the corpses of your enemies. But let's go with good old soldier. You were born in the hard-nosed, tough-as-nails military. Your mission, investigate Helios Station and report back for debriefing. Inventory, machine gun, helmet, boots. 15 frag grenades, 250 bullets, 10 rations. Sounds good. Oh. There are indeed perks in this game as well, and as you level up, you get to unlock more. So there is an experience-based system in the game. Let us see. So lots to go through. I'm not gonna, go through every single one of these, but let's choose Sharpshooter. You can shoot the narrow side of a micro barn. Firearms have a 10% chance to critical hit for double damage. Yeah. That sounds good. And let's just change the name. See, my old game name was called Mojo Pain, but since I've gone on to YouTube, I've since changed it to Comet to be in line with the name of my channel. So that's what we're going to call ourselves today, and for every other game, other days. Oh, we are in space at the Helios Station. A research station that has presumably gone wrong. So, you start off and you can, in a nice little for you, and you can, let's see, or I can buy some things if I wanted to. I'm good for now. Oh, that's my inventory. Where's my inventory? How did I bring up my inventory? Oh, so it's escape for inventory. Fair enough. Let's see. Okay, you can see here, you've got your, well, it's not quite a paper doll, but little slots for your abilities and weapons and such not. So, yeah, I've got that armor, that helmet, and basically machine gun. As you play the game, you can also unlock, or will find new guns. And, yeah, exit the floor. So that was like a safe zone. Yeah, as you progress, you can find the same weapons and different weapons, but at varying levels. So some of them do a little bit more damage and that sort of thing. And of course, as you progress, those weapons all get a little bit beefier and do a little bit more damage. Okay, so here we go. This game gets fast pretty much instantly, so yeah, there's going to be plenty of chaos happening. Okay, well, actually not too bad so far. Okay, here we go. You have, usually in the bottom left of the screen, you can see the little static radar. Now, that normally shows you exactly where the enemies are. I've just randomly started on a level that has some sort of interference, so my radar is not actually working. But in subsequent levels, it will show up and there'll be little red dots, and definitely helps out with trying to make sure you don't get eaten by things. As all roguelikes, proper ones, the levels are randomly generated. As are the enemy placements. Woo. And you only have one life, so really don't want to die. What that means is that every single little item you have, and every single round of ammunition, because ammunition is incredibly rare in this game, everything you have is, that's it. You know, you're not going to be finding much health in this game, or ammo, and you've really got to use what you have the best you can. Over to the right, you can see the map. So you can map out the level as you progress. And that seems about it. So, first floor done. As most roguelikes, again, typically the levels are stacked on top of each other. So your entire goal is to survive and get to the bottom or the very top, depending on where you are and what sort of game it is. Like a medieval game, you know, usually it's get to the bottom of the dungeon or get to the top of the tower, that kind of thing. So this is very much like that. Get to the top of the tower of the space station. So the thing I really like about this game is that it is a proper roguelike. It has all the lovely little randomization bits and a few modifiers thrown in. Plenty of different enemies. It's difficult but fair. Things start off pretty simple at the very beginning, but things get clogged up very quickly. And you can find yourself really swamped by enemies and out of ammo and having your equipment break and all sorts of horrible, nasty things, which makes the game fun. Now, most roguelikes... Oh, I leveled up there. Is it safe to pause here? I think so. Most roguelikes, you know, are either top-down, like the original Rogue, which is the game that the genre is based on. But it's sort of been changing up a lot more as time has gone on. You know, some people would even say that something like Dark Souls is a roguelike. I myself would actually classify it as more of a Metroidvania. I think, yes, you die a lot, but you don't have the permanent afflictions that you have whenever you die. You know, roguelikes tend to be extremely permanent. You know, there's no getting back up. You have to restart the whole game. And some of these games, some of these roguelikes, I'll put up a few on the screen. They are pretty big. They last a long time. It takes a long time to get through them. So you could be playing, you know, for 10, 20, 30 hours. And if you die, well, that's it. You know, you gotta restart from the very beginning of the game. Sometimes, especially the older versions of the genre, you start with nothing. There is no permanent progression at all. But more modern ones, I feel, are a little bit more forgiving. Currently, I'm actually playing a game called Dead Cells, which is a side-scrolling Metroidvania roguelike game with Dark Souls-esque elements to it. And that's really good. It's very good at representing a roguelike where you keep dying. It's all about dying and getting better and progressing a little bit further every time you play. But at the same time, it's got the hooks of a modern game, you know, a modern RPG where there is a lot of progression, and even if you do die, and you will, you still attain some sort of progression. And that's done in the form of permanent unlocks that you can gain, and new items and abilities and mutations and things like that you can get as you progress through the game. Lots of fun, lots of fun. So in this game, there is that sort of constant progression that you're going to be making. Even if you do die, you will still be collecting this thing called intel, which is basically your overall XP. And you can see here, since I have played quite a bit before, I've already unlocked some things, so upgraded my health, so it's, was that 50%? Or is that just 5 of 50? I think it's 5 of 50. Upgraded my damage, and upgraded my inventory, because inventory is extremely useful in this game. You will be collecting things non-stop, and some of it's junk, but some of it is pretty decent, and honestly, even the junk, you kind of want to keep sometimes, because even a crappy pistol, it might still be able to shoot, and sometimes your main weapons will just break, and you'll be unlucky enough to not get any sort of repair kits to fix that, and yeah, you're going to want to take out that crappy pistol then. But in terms of overall progression, this is how it's done. There's also some cool things here. You can unlock the information of all these different enemies, and I will say the graphic style isn't great. It's very simplistic, but it works. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. It's quirky and it's kind of fun, you know. Let's see. You can also unlock the ability to start as a different class. So I've already shown off some of the ones here. I think you actually only start off with these 4. So I've unlocked quite a few. And recipes as well, you unlock those. And little story tabs. So as you progress, you know, you find out a little bit more of the story as it goes on. But really, there's not too much to say about the story. It's very simplistic, and it's really just all about, well, it's all about just shooting things and surviving. But, okay, let's get back to this. So I leveled up, so let's just pick a new thing here. Double up so I can switch weapons quicker. Oh, and there's also the inventory. Let's see. I actually picked up this Aegis device. So I can pop that with the number 2 button, and that'll bring up a shield. Okay, good stuff. So I'm gonna kind of zip through this then. And, yeah, just sort of see how far I can get. Oh, what was that? Oh, lightning gun. Okay. Well, you see there, it's I've got a lightning gun, but it's not really working. It's pretty much broken. Oh, I've got a shotgun. Oh, that was my grenade. A very precious grenade that I just wasted. Never mind. Get some health. And where is the actual exit? I'm looking at the map, but it's, there we go. Okay. So, fair enough. Every 5 levels, I think it is, you get another safe zone. And then every 10... either every 10 or 20 levels, you know, you fight a boss. But, yeah, so let's get to the meat of this game, which really is just running around shooting things. So, lots of different enemy types, and I think there's a really good amount of diversity to them as well. They've all got their own little annoying little types of attacks. Oh, jeez, I'm already out of money. Oh, I'm not pressing the right buttons. How do I change my weapon? Nothing's working. Nothing is working. Oh, hold on. How do I change my weapon? Oh, this is not going well. Bomb! Grenade! Oh, well. Somehow managed to survive there. How do I change my weapon? David exit, yeah. Controls. Q. Of course it was Q. Dude, fair enough. Okay. Very nice save function. Should be a standard. I keep throwing the damn grenades and now I'm being shot. now I'm being shot. Yeah, you would think that a save and exit feature, or the ability to just save, well, no, a save and exit feature is should be standard for every roguelike, but it's not. Risk of Rain, I'm looking at you. I love that game. I love that game, you know, but it takes, the more you get into that game, the longer it takes. And because you unlock more and more things, and there's more things to play around with, and you can start playing it for points and all that sort of stuff. But you can't save. So it's like, what, do you want me to keep playing for 4 hours straight? It's a great game, but I'm not insane. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. That says something, but I'm not quite insane. Not that much. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very rambly today, and I'm sorry for that. It's been a very long day. I've got this trip that's coming up in a few days' time, and I'm so not prepared for it. It's something totally different that I've never done before, and by the time this video has come out, I'll have already done the entire thing. But it has nothing to do with this game, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel a little off today. I'm a little off my game, I think. Sorry. Oh, okay. So there is repair stations, and there is also upgrade stations. So let's try and repair that lightning gun, actually. What is that using? Oh, it's using the tools. So you've got on the right side, you know, a couple different things for, what do you call it, like currencies. Your rations. I think that means that every time you go to a new floor, you gain a certain amount of health if you have rations. Oh, no, it's not. It's old school, Rogue. That's your actual food. So every time you go to a new level, a new floor, you lose one food, one ration. If you lose all your rations, you start to starve to death. That's fun. That's fun. And that's part of playing a roguelike, is having this sort of brutal type of difficulty, but enjoying it. Okay, wow, I've got a lot of crap here. Let's see, upgrade. Let's upgrade the lightning gun. I don't know what it's like, but I mean, it's gotta be awesome, right? I don't want to like fire it off right now because I do not have much ammo for it. Speaking of ammo, actually, I can probably go and buy some. Yeah. Oh, +7 resistant. That's a really good helmet that I could have bought, but I spent all my money already. Oh, health. Yeah, definitely gonna bump that up because I'm only at 41% of my health. Yeah. Okay, let's go onward. So, if it hasn't been obvious, I'm really into my roguelikes. Oh, okay, that looks like a washing machine gone wrong or something. I got oiled. So, I like my roguelikes, and I also like my old school shooters. Love Doom. I could play it all day long. I have played it all day long. Not today, but many times. And so whenever you combine the two, you get something pretty awesome. Man, I'm not paying attention here. Okay, so I got a new weapon, I think. Trident shotgun. Sure, why not? I threw the grenade again! I need those grenades to survive the game. I also got some sort of injection. The mystery stim. Now, that's another thing. Shoot. Okay, I gotta pay attention. You see, you can't actually pause the game. There we go. Okay, everything's clear now. Right, now I can look through my inventory and my loot. like fantasy-based roguelikes, you would normally get random potions that you don't know what they're going to do. They could really help you. They could just instantly kill you, and you have to take a risk in using them. So again, in this game, since it's sci-fi, you know, you don't get any magical potions. You get a stim. So let's pop it. Oh, that completely ruined me. I've only got 1 HP now, and I'm hungry. Which means whenever I finish this floor, I might actually die. Oh. Well, that's not good. So, yeah, I mean, I was dying there, so I kind of had to pop it. But, yeah. Yeah, this run is not going too well. But, yeah, I love the idea of, you know, combining Doom with a roguelike. You know, having that element of randomization and brutal difficulty, along with the gameplay, you know, of just, like, the blistering gameplay of a game like Doom. I say that as I'm limping around the map. Blistering gameplay! And then I just limp around. Where the hell is the end of the map? Wait, hold on. Where is the end of this map? It should say exit in big red letters. That's weird. Is there did the level generate no exit? No, it must have. This has never happened before. I've played this game many, many times before. Oh, well, I guess that's the end of my run. Ah, that's an odd one. Okay, let's try this again. Do hardcore because that's what the game is all about. And yeah, soldier again. Strong back. At first you were... pick up more items. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That was... I have to say, I'm a really big fan of this game, and one of the reasons why I decided to cover it today was because I wanted to showcase it. I really wanted to show it off and just be like, look at this game that I found. It's friggin' awesome. It's not looking very awesome right now. It's actually looking pretty crappy, which is a shame. Because, like, really, this is a good game. I've had many a night playing this and enjoyed it a lot. So let's like really go for it here. Pick up the speed and just go. So I got a new helmet there. I've got zombie things attacking from behind. So the music is very basic. It's really nothing to chat about. Neither is, well, the graphics. I mean, the graphics are incredibly basic, but like I said, I mean, I think they function okay, and it's all about the gameplay with this. And it can get very quick. Oh yeah, the secondary attack, or you've got a melee attack. Good old big boot. So that's incredibly handy because usually whenever you're starting up this game and other roguelikes, you want to really not use up your big heavy weapons or your main equipment at the very beginning. You're fighting very basic enemies, so it's better to kind of use the lighter things. But for this gameplay, you know, I think it is better to just sort of go in shooting. Ooh, reload. Oh. Yeah, you can see sometimes it gets a little crazy here. Grenade. Nice. You see, that's why I needed to keep those grenades. They're very useful. Okay, man, I got a bunch of stuff now. And it does seem like I'm picking up quite a lot of things, but like I said, you have to... A lot of it is kind of junk. Oh man, don't want to get stuck in that corner. And there will come a point in the game whenever you do have to start deciding what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. So that item drop rate kind of almost starts to become a curse. So we are on floor 3 now, and I'm, again, just going to go for it. Oh, I really should have actually looked at my inventory and sort of tweaked some things. I'll do that at the start of next floor. Grenade. So you can see, you know, a nice variety in the enemies and the way that they attack. You know, you've got some melee ones, you've got some ranged, you've got some those like spitting plants that actually blind you. There is also an enemy that shoots nets, which hurts you. So you've got all these different things happening, and of course, whenever you start fighting more enemies at the same time, all of those abilities start, you know, gripping up and really starting to affect and hamper you. So you've really got to be on your guard whenever you're, especially at the very beginning of each floor, because you don't know the types of enemies that are going to be there, or the combination. And it's the combination that's key, because it's all those different effects all happening at the same time, and you've really got to be thinking, okay, how do I deal with this? How do I deal with this floor that I'm on? There is also different types of attack. So you've got like energy weapons, you've got ballistic weapons, you know, your shotguns, machine guns, pistols, things like that. And ideally what you want to do is keep a lot of different weapons for a lot of different situations and enemy types. So, like for example, those plant-based ones, you can actually get into a floor that's all just plant life. And so you want to take something that does fire damage. Or you could go onto a floor that's completely full of robots, in which case fire and bullets aren't going to do anything, except maybe armor-piercing bullets, and you can get those as well. Oh, actually, there you go. On the left, you can actually see there, you've got your bullets, AP rounds, your shells, energy, and explosives. I'm almost certain there is also flame. Maybe there's not. Maybe it's just bullets I'm thinking of that tear through the vegetable enemies. There's also this little mini game where you can hack a console to try and gain a little bit more money. Oh, it's kind of cool. Nice little... It's a nice little addition. A little difficult at times, though. Terrible painting. Okay, let's continue on. I also like that you can actually start the floor, and before you actually, because you've got like a little pod around you, you can actually just wait and sort of see what enemies you've got. So you can see there we've got like crab things and those weird junky zombies. So let's see, we've got a helmet there. Let's switch this one. That's a little bit better. Got that plasma rifle. Have I got any shotgun shells? Let me see. I've got 12 shells for the shotgun. Well, in the shotgun, but none after that. So, let me see. Energy. Don't really have any energy either. I'll stick with this anyway. So, let's go for it. Grenade to start things off. Oh, jeez, what is this? Oh, that gun is actually a little overpowered. You see what I mean? Like, you really want to keep your good gear for tough situations. Uh-oh. So, like, now is a good time to use this. There we go. Nice spread shot, take out everything around me. And like I said, I mean, I'm not playing very efficiently. You really shouldn't be using your bullets. Because, there you go, I'm out of ammo now. Oh, I don't know why I used that last shot. Okay. The top right corner as well shows you a little thing that like a percentage that counts down, telling you exactly how many enemies. Well, no, not exactly how many. I think it's in increments of 25%, but it gives you an indication of how many enemies are left. Ooh, lots of crazy stuff going on here. Oh no. So yeah, I've got to switch my gun, and you can't pause, so... Ooh. Switch the gun. Shotgun, okay. So I've got 12 rounds. Oh no, I picked up some shotgun rounds, okay. Shells even. Which are pretty terrible against armored opponents. Which these ones certainly are, and I'm getting destroyed here. Pop my med kit. Oh, that's it. So I've got no more ammo. Grenade. Okay, phew. Close enough. Kill it quick! Oh, yeah, that music sucks. Normally I play this, you know, with some Megadeth, or even just the Doom soundtrack. Whichever Doom soundtrack you want to pick. I think it works pretty well. Oh, there's a lot of things there. Okay. Oh, there's a whole load there. It's all stacked up. Okay, I think this is the last enemy. Still says there's something. Something's throwing bombs at me. Something is bombing me. Yeah, take that. How's it feel? Okay, another level done. Cool. I'm not doing too well. In fact, I think I've buggered this run. Let's see, the inventory. So it seems like I managed to get this rifle, and it's got armor-piercing rounds. Oh, I got some more shotgun shells as well. That's always handy. Oof, armor's broken. The vest is okay. Oh, I can switch that out. +1. See what happens whenever I do that. Oh, just nothing. It just drops it straight to the ground. Fair enough. Oh, fire bombs. You see, I told you there was fire in this game. Phasing device. This device teleports you to a random position on the floor. Okay. Let's see. Crafting. You see? Crafting in the game too. That's pretty cool. And like I said, as you progress, you actually unlock the... where is it? Actually, forgot the upgrade. Where is it? Science. Yeah. So there you go. What did I use? I used that one with that to create the combat stim, which increases the damage you do for this floor. So the entire floor, and it persists the entire time. Okay, yeah, so you can see there's a lot of prep work in this game. You've really got to know what you're getting into and really decide how you're going to tackle it before you jump in. So I think I'm good to go. Let's do this. So I'm doing extra damage this time. Oh, armor piercing for the armored unit. Oh, I've got a load of ammo for this thing too. Oh, it's so slow though. But yeah, you can see though that it does have that sort of, you know, Wolfenstein Doom kind of feel. I keep saying Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein seems to be a running theme in this gaming series. I think I've covered... This is like the third game now that's Wolfenstein-ish. I certainly think it's more like Doom, though. Definitely a little bit more enjoyable and fluid. Oh, come on. Wipe him out. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like the speed of it particularly is much more in tune with Doom. It's a bit more faster paced game. But yeah, it definitely It's definitely a very, very simple looking game, and I'm pretty sure it is just one developer who made it. So, you know, I think they've done a really good job. Sadly, I've been keeping track of them, and it doesn't really seem like they enjoyed, well, the reception or just the game design in general. Oh, I'm so dead. And sadly, that's something that I've seen quite often, you know, as these new developers who come along and they make something, you know, their first game or maybe their second, and it's something different and unique. But they've had a horrible experience, you know, either the marketing side of it or the backlash from fans, you know, wanting all these different things, you know, more updates, more patches, more content. It's very hard, I feel, nowadays for a developer to get into the business and want to stay because there's so much pushback. People are so vocal now, and people have so many platforms to express themselves and to say, hey, you know, I love your game, but I want this, I want that, change that, fix this. And then on the sales side, sometimes these games come out and, like I've shown and many times on this gaming series, sometimes these games are fantastic and they can be absolutely beautiful and the mechanics are original and the gameplay is great, but they just don't sell and nobody picks them up. And sometimes there is even marketing. I mean, for this game, it's so low budget and, you know, it's just a one-man thing, and I don't think there was any marketing at all. You know, I just happened to find it one day and picked it up, and sure enough, it turned out to be really good. But yeah, you know, I feel bad about that, you know, but it does seem like there's a lot more independent developers these days, probably more so than ever. So that's pretty cool, you know, and it gives some good competition to the AAA industry. Kind of keeps them on their toes a little, I think, which can only be a good thing. So there you go. I think I'll wrap it up here. You can see that there is a little graveyard that tells you, you know, your different characters who died and where they died, how they died, vacuumed by payload on floor 23. So that's the furthest I've ever gotten, 23. And there's 100 levels. So, not great. But yeah, there you go. Rogue Shooter. I think it's a really fantastic game. Definitely dig it up, check it out, buy, play it, and love it. I don't think I give it the best presentation I could have probably given it. I'm not getting paid or anything to showcase this, but it is just one of those games that I picked up, and I've been playing, you know, a couple hours every once in a while, and really enjoy it. Really, really, very good game. So I like showcasing, you know, things like that, and kind of giving them a little push, you know, because, you know, if a couple more people turn up and, you know, decide to buy it, you know, then that's fantastic. You guys and gals get to play something new and different, and, you know, the developer maybe gets a little hint that you should come back, make more. A sequel or a remake of this. I really like the fact that it is a mix of the genres. You know, it is roguelike, first-person shooter, so it's not something that you typically see. In fact, I know there is a few other ones. Barony is another very good roguelike, although that's fantasy-based. And roguelikes in general tend to be more on the fantasy side of things. They typically aren't sci-fi based, which is a shame, because I like to have a little diversity. You know, I get my kicks both ways. I also think it's a really solid game. It's got very nice gameplay, you know, it's got that Doom feel where you're just running around, just blasting the crap out of things, and that's just, you know, it's so nice on a hard day to just come home and just do something like that. And it's also got that progression and that difficulty, and that it really conjures up that desire for you to keep going and to really get into it and to really beat it, you know, and to get good. Like, it teaches you to get good at this game, because you won't get past, you know, the first boss without plenty of practice. But I also think it's fair. The randomization side of it is a little high at times. I think that might be the only problem I have with it. Sometimes you get really lucky and you get a lot of perfect equipment, really high level stuff, and you can get that at the very beginning of the game. and that can last you for a good few floors before you need to change that. But it's not too bad. Sometimes on the flip side though, you will be desperate. I mean, just completely desperate for a health pack or for money or something, for bullets, you know, just crying out for bullets. But again, that is part of the roguelike experience. You're supposed to feel disheartened and elated at other times, you know, depending on what sort of loot drops for you. So it's not too bad. It's not too harsh, the RNG. A big thing that really helps out, I think, are the persistent upgrades. You know, just something simple like the, what was it again? Health, damage, and inventory slots. Yeah, the additions of those really help the game because you don't feel too disheartened whenever you do get an unlucky drop or you do die earlier than you expected. Because then you can just sort of come back and you can spend your points and you can, even if you're not getting better at the game per se, your skill isn't really increasing, those upgrades will let even amateur players and novice players have a pretty good run and get better in time. That sort of persistent upgrade system that is there even whenever you die, so that, you know, each death really feels like it was worth something. It's actually something that I feel only has started showing up nowadays in games, maybe the last couple of years. This game came out 4 years ago in 2014, and I think it was ahead of its time actually for doing that kind of thing. There is probably other games here and there, maybe. I can't think of any offhand, but certainly nowadays it's pretty much standard that you get that sort of persistent upgrade system because people don't like dying. And it is a roguelike, and you are supposed to die over and over again. But sometimes you don't want to just feel like you wasted all your time. Especially if the game is long. And this game definitely seems like it's on the longer side of things. But, you know, you can save and go back into it anytime. Save and exit, which is a feature that Risk of Rain does not have. Oh, I love that game and can't save. I don't want to sit down for 4 or 5 hours straight and play the game. I'm not going to do that. I used to do that stuff back in the day with Sega Genesis, Nintendo. Keep the console running all day and night. Too old for that. I don't have the money. I'm paying the bills now. I'm not going to do that. So it's nice to have that basic but much needed feature of being able to save and quit. It doesn't destroy your experience of playing a roguelike. It just lets you go to the bathroom and sleep and things like that. Have a life. Anyway, I'm gonna start rambling, and I hope this episode hasn't been too rambly. Like I said, I've got so much going on in my head, trying to figure out about this trip I'm going to take. I hope to... maybe I'll make a little video of it, or I'll certainly post on Twitter. I'm going to say Facebook. Maybe Facebook, although I'm not really on Facebook all that much. But yeah, maybe on Twitter, you know, I'll say some things about what I've been up to and what's going on. But it should be fun. It's my first, like, proper vacation in 10 years, maybe? So... yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but a lot of stress, and a lot of things to get ready for it. Again, don't want to give too much away in case I do make a video in the future, which I probably will. I'll make a little video, I think, but it'll be fun. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for putting up with my waffle and my ramblings. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, comment. You can follow me on Twitter and say hello. But I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.